Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here on Paul Ngurichimana Official, I welcome you again in the lesson of today. So today we are going to talk about the logical functions within Microsoft Excel. So now, last time I have shown how to use logical function on Blackboard, and today let us see how the logical functions within Microsoft Excel can be useful. So the logical functions are the functions which returns the functions return true or false due to the condition. So this is a definition of logical functions. So now the logical functions, there's an end function, there's an or function, there's a not function, there's an if function. So there is another function which is called the first function here. So but today we are not going to talk about this. We only focus on these four. So now here you see the end function. This end function, or function, not function, and function are the logical function which I am going to talk about today. So you see here I have table, number, name, salary, experience, bonus, and new salary. So how these are useful. So now this end function here, this end function, it is a function which returns true when both conditions, when all conditions verified are true. Here, I repeat once, end function, this is a condition, this function returns true when both conditions are true, otherwise they become false. What to do? The end function, it has this syntax we have said as a formula of end function here, of end functions. So now let me do this. End functions, as we have said in our previous video, we have shown that start with equal, then end. So now end, this is a function name. We can have logical, condition 1, condition 1, condition 2. There are so many, and so then cross parentheses, meaning that this condition 1, condition 2 must verify true so that we will have true answer. When one of the condition fails, you get false. What to do? For example here, suppose, so the reason why this it comes as a mistake, it is because this show that here we are going to verify this one which will return answer. So this is the formula. Let us remove this, but never forget that to use any function you need to start with equal, then and condition, then condition 2. Here you see. So now to make them text, not a function or formula, let us do like this. So now this end function, suppose here we have salary and we have this one. How can we use end function? Let us try to do. We can say end. So now let us put condition here. Suppose this one 120 greater than 100, for example, 10. And then this experience, for example, less than 10. Here you see, you can add many conditions is equivalent to 5. So now you see this D3 represents 120,000. So now greater than 100. So now we need to, here it is 110. Let us see whether the output which this function will return. You see we are verifying three conditions here. The end function return true when both conditions, when all conditions are true. Meaning that we need to verify whether this is true. We need to verify this is true and this is true. Now the first one, this condition here, you see the first one, this condition is true because 120 greater than 110. And then if 3, this is represent 5 less than 10, this condition is true. And then if 3 equal 5, so this, it will return true answer. Let us see the output. You see it is true. So now what will happen if we say if end function here, open parentheses, then we can either use one condition here, less than or equal 25 here. Even within the condition, within the syntax, we have we have many conditions, but even one can verify. So now D4, this is 135,000 is less than or equal 25. So let us see whether this condition will run true. So now this condition is false. So now let us see. You see it gives it. So what happened here? So now we need to verify many conditions. So not one condition. You see the computer displays a mistake here. See. So then to verify that many conditions here, they can work, but even one condition here can easily work. Okay, here you see. So this, there was displaying this mistake because this first word was not fitting in this. In this set was like this. You see here. So now we can even have one condition here. So this is how about end function is useful. So now here we can change one condition greater than or equal to 10 to see this condition is true. This condition is if 3 is 5 greater than 10, this condition is false. This is true and this is true. So now we have seen that end function give us true answer when both conditions are true. If one of them fail, we get false. So let us run to see. You see this is false. This is because the second condition here is false. So this is how end function is useful. So what about this OR function here? Let me say this one, syntax of OR function here. As I have shown it to you, we say equal, then OR. Here, one logical test, one condition can work. Condition 1 here, condition 2 here, and the other many conditions here like this. But even one condition can work. What does it mean here? It wants to mean that here or it gives true when one of the conditions is true. It gives false when all conditions are false. I think you get the meaning. Here, similarly, let us try to use this one. So this one, meaning that this, you have to remove this equal sign to show that the remaining is a text, not a formula or function. So now what to do? Let us try to do this. If 120, sorry, here, I have jumped it right or function. 120 greater than or equal, for example, 25,000 here, comma. So then this one less than or equal 1. So now let us verify this one. The first condition here, this is 120,000 greater than 25,000 or equal. So the condition is true. It is greater than. The second condition is the first. Why this one here it is verified to true. This general decision is true here. Now, if 3, this is 5 is less than or equal to 1. This condition is false. Now we have seen that OR function give us true when one of the conditions are true when one of the condition is true, and then otherwise it is false. So now we can change this one into, for example, like this one. You see all of the conditions are false. So now let us run. You see the general will be false. So now we can also use one arguments. These arguments here or condition within parentheses, we can say equal, then or function here. And now 120 greater than equal 100 here. You see, so this or receives one condition also. This condition must be true because 120 greater than 10,000, as you see here on the screen. So now I think that this is somehow good and clear, understandable here. So now, what about not here? Let us say that this one, the syntax of not function. Syntax of not function is here. The not function here, we say equal, then not. Then you see we use one condition within parentheses. If you add many conditions, you are going to get a mistake. You have to say only condition. This is condition, one condition. If you add many conditions like this, to say many conditions, computer will give you a warning message here. So this is not true. So now to take this as a text, let me remove this one. Sorry here. Let me say this one. Here you see. This is a text. How, for example, this not function, it gives true when condition is false. Meaning we are taking false cross by false, which gives true. Negative cross negative gives true. Here you see. So now, for example, not function here, and we can use this condition greater than 10. Let us first do analysis about this condition. Now, if 3 is equivalent to 5, then if 3 greater than 10, meaning that this condition is false. We are taking false to be crossed by false. Let us run. You see here it gives this one, but it is because true is not fitting here, even here, like this one. You see, this true is given by this function here. So now let me run. So what will happen if I say equal, then not function, open parentheses, let me say this one, greater than or equal 10, and then, for example, less than or equal 7, 5. So what will happen? You see, I try to use how many conditions? 2 conditions. This computer will give us warning message to tell us that we have used the many conditions, too many arguments within this function. You have too many arguments for this function, meaning that we need to remove. We have to remove one here. Then let us run to see what will be the answer. You see, this is because if 3 greater than or equal to 210, here the condition is the first, then first cross first equal true, then that's why you have true here. You see, I think you get the meaning of this one. Here, this is end or not. So now, what about this if? Here, the if function here, let me try to use this one. The if function is a function which can be used to make a decision after verifying a condition here. I repeat once. If function enable you to make decision depending on the condition after verifying conditions here. What I say is this one, it has this syntax. But in our previous video, we have tried to show how this if function is useful, and If you didn't see, if you didn't find my previous video, let me remind it to you. We have syntax here. We say, we type equal, then if, followed by logical test, which condition is going to be verified. Here it is condition needed to be verified. Then true here, and then false. Now we need to close. For example, here you see condition needs to be verified. If the condition becomes true, we take this decision. If the condition becomes false, we take the second decision. So let us look at how this function can be. It can be useful. So here, like this. So now you see, for example, we have these employees, you see, and we have salary, their corresponding salaries with their corresponding experiences. For example, we want to calculate a bonus, we want to calculate new salary. After maybe addition or after maybe a reduction. Addition of something or reduction of something. For example, your boss here, there is a mistake here. This is because it is started with this equal sign. Let me remove this one so that it's going to display nothing. This is a text here. We have said it too many times. So then here, let me reduce size. Let us use 20 like this one. I think now it is clear. Okay. So now this is clear. You see now, for example, you want to give a bonus of 10% to all employees who receive monthly salary below 100. For example, below 100, they will receive a bonus of 10%. The others will receive bonus of 5%. You get the meaning? Here, for example, we have to say we want to give a bonus of 10% to all employees who receive monthly salary. For example, bonus, let me remove this caps lock. Bonus of 10% here to all employees, employees with salary less than, so maybe salary less than 100. This is characters, there's a number, salary, and 5% to the remaining. You get the meaning? To the remaining. For example, here you see bonus of 10%. You want to assign a bonus of 10% to all employees with salary less than 100. Meaning, if it is less than, this salary is not in the range. Here you have to understand relational operators. If it is less than, meaning 100 is not included in the range, and 5% to the remaining. So how can we process this one? We can simply do this. Equal, then if, as I have shown it here, if, start with equal sign here. Logical test, we need to verify the salary here. This is salary represented by D3. And then less than 100,000, you see. Now, if this condition becomes true, the logical value if true, meaning that we want to calculate the bonus, we need to take this one D3 mathematically cross by 10%, 10 division by 100, then comma. So now to the remaining, it means if this value, if this condition is verified and it becomes the first, we will have the second one. We will take this salary cross 5 division by 100. Here you see, like this. So now, in my previous video, we have said why I don't use these double quotes here. For example, like this one. Here you see, I should have used this one. You see, like this. But in my previous video, I have told you that this is here the computer calculates a number. To a number, we don't use this double quotation marks. We never use them because we are calculating a number here. So you have to pay attention. So now what to do? I have to remove this one. You see, if I continue to use this one, the computer display this one as a character, not a formula, not a number. You see, if I remove them, this becomes a number. This cell address represents a number. So now what to do? Let me learn to see whether what I'm saying will be true. So now let us verify first. Is this salary here below is less than 100? This condition, if this condition becomes true, he will be given 10%. This man, Paul, will be given 10%. If the condition becomes false, will be given 5% of bonus. Like this one, you see. Let us consider this condition. This one here, this 120 is not less than 100. Then he should be given 12,000 if he is assigned 10% of his salary. But because this condition is false, we have to calculate this to 5%. That's why we have here, we have 6,000 here. You see, this is how if function can be used. So now, in my previous video, I have shown you how to autofill this, but to those who didn't see my previous video, I'm going to repeat again. I point my cursor here to become this darker plus. Then I press continuously, left click, then drag my mouse down to calculate the bonus of everyone. So now let us consider if this what I'm doing, it can work. You see, this one, this condition becomes false, he will be given 6,750. Here you see, this is because he was given 5% of salary. But look at here, let us consider this one. You see, let us consider this one where we have, so not this experience, where we have 70,000 of salary. The condition becomes true and he was assigned to 10% here. You see, the bonus, it must be 10%. If you continue to check, you will also get it here. You see, this one, you see also he get 9,400. You see, even the same as this one. But this one will be given 5,005. You see, 500. You see. Now, to get new salary here, it can be somehow easy because we can easily get this one plus this one to get new salary. If the bonus will be automatically added to previous salary, we can get this one by calculating this one sum, and then can take this one, then come and take this one, then come and we learn. You see, in my previous video I have shown how mathematical functions are used, and then if you want it, go there to my YouTube channel and then verify them. So now you see, I autofill this one, then I will get salary of everyone with their corresponding bonus. Here you see. So now this is somehow quite easy. So then let me do this, clear content. So now, why today do we have this experience here? Why do you have this experience? This is because you can simply, your boss can come once and tell you, I want you this one. So this is about one. Let me highlight with blue color here. Next time, your boss can come and ask you, I want you to give a bonus to all employees like this one. So let us similarly use this question here. Let me effectively use this question here. Your boss can come and tell you bonus of 10% to all employees with salary less than 105% to the remaining. But we can remove this. Let us add something. We can connect this. And let us change this question here. Here, to all employees with salary less than 100. Less than 100,000 with 6 years and above and above of the experience and 5% to the remaining here. For example, this one. You see, we have employees with their corresponding experience. So now we want to give 10% to all employees with salary less than 100,000 with 6 years and above of the experience, meaning that we need to give bonus to all employees who receive monthly salary less than 120 and 6 years of experience and above, meaning 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear? I think you get the meaning. So now what to do? Generally, we can connect if with other logical function, but not function is not used within if. Here, this not function is not used within if, but and or logical function it can work. What to do? We want to get new salary, but to all employees with monthly salary less than 100, but the years of experience will be from 6 and above. Now what to do? Let us do this. So now within this question, you have to pay attention. So what happened here? I don't know. So it is around here. So now, what to do? We have to write equal sign. Then if here, we need to check logical test less than or equal 100,000 here. Here you see. Then the experience will be verified also greater than or equal to 6. And then we cross, then the comma. We want to calculate this one. It is a bonus you want to give to them. Cross 10 division by 100 here. Based on the condition. And then we need to use this one. Cross 5% division by 100, like this. So now you see how I have formulated this one. So now what will happen if I run the code? The computer will give me warning message that I have too many arguments here within if. So now what to do? You see now in my previous video we were checking only one condition, but here we are verifying how many conditions. So we need to connect if function with other logical function such as and or this one here. Meaning that we need to connect and here, which will support us to give decision between this condition and this one, so that we made a decision in this one and this one due to the result which will be coming from here, which will come from here. You see, this we need to add end here. So why do we say end? And now here we have to add another cross. So why do we say end? This is because we shall give bonus of 10% to all employees who fulfills the condition. How many conditions? 2. This one, salary less than 10, less than 100,000, and 6 years. 6 years of experience and above. How many conditions? We have 2 conditions here. That's why. If we have used this one, let us learn. So now here, we still have some mistakes here. Let us find where we have a mistake. Okay. So now this one is closed here. Okay, so here I have to remove this one. Okay, let me learn to see. You see, this one will be given 6,000 here as a bonus. You see, don't you see? So now, if you run the code, the computer will verify this condition. The first, this condition this condition here is not true. The computer will give true. When this condition is true, we will give 10% here. No, we need to verify 2 conditions at the same time. The end function will draw one result within both conditions here. What does it mean? We have this condition either to be true or either to be true, so that we draw one decision. Now this condition is false. This condition is true. The general decision of end function here, it is false. Now we have to draw this, the second one. Computer will calculate bonus depending on the result from here. This end is verifying one result to be true after verifying these conditions here. So now the condition, the result is false here. When we verify this condition by using end function, we get false. Then if the condition within if becomes false, we take the second one. That's why we have this one. You see. So now, what will happen here? Let me select this one here. Then copy. Let me run this. Then let me paste it to see whether this can work. Sorry, I use a print instead of paste. Ctrl+V. You see. What to do? Let me change this OR here. Let me use this OR. What does it mean? If we change this OR, we are meaning that if one of these conditions becomes true, immediately within the question we will change also this one. Or 6 years and above. Here, we can change with or end here. We can change end here. So now, meaning that I do this, we can add the end here. Instead of having, sorry, here you see. Now, instead of having this with 6 years, we can replace by using or by using end. If you say end, this is what we did here. So now, let us change this one. Bonus, like this. For example, bonus 2 here. So now, if we use the OR, the computer will give 5% to employees because no one of these conditions is true. What will happen if we change this? Less than or equal, the computer will calculate this 10% here. You see, will be given 12. You see how this will be calculated. So the reason why it gives us 12,000, it is because I have copied the formula which was used to this one. So now here, let me change this one into like this, D4, and then D4 here. So it will calculate easily because the condition, the first condition here, 120 is not the condition here is the first, while the condition here 6 less than or equal to 6. Here we need to use this one. No, there is no problem. You can check this one. Let us use E4 because I'm verifying it to the second law. You see, this condition is first. This is true. All function gives true. When one of the condition is true, immediately it will give us true. You see, it will be given 10 because this result into true. Here you see. So now, like this. So now, the new salary will be calculated as we did it here. So my friends, let us today stop by here. This is how you can connect and how you can connect and function with other logical functions. Here you see, this is how you can simply connect logical function with if, like if or. Here you see, I have explained how this will give the result, and here you see how I have connected this one if and I have explained how it will give results. So now let me learn. So now, thanks for watching, my friends, and we are really together. So hope that you are doing well, and if you like this video, never fail to share and give us subscribe. So thanks.